Welcome to the channel. I'm Karan, and here we'll chat about everything related to the world of cricket. Information and interesting facts.
Heartbreak and history. Jaiswal finally breaks silence on agonizing run-out that shattered double-century dream, as Captain Gill responds to controversy with unforgettable, record-demolishing century. New Delhi. The air at the Arun Jaitley Stadium on Saturday morning was thick with a rare kind of anticipation. It wasn't just the promise of another day of Test cricket. It was the promise of history. A nation of over a billion held its collective breath, eyes fixed on one man, Yashasvi Jaiswal. Standing imperiously on an overnight score of 173, the 23-year-old phenom wasn't just on the cusp of a big score, he was knocking on the door of immortality. A double century, a milestone that separates the great from the legendary, felt not just possible, but inevitable. Destiny beckoned. And then, in the blink of an eye, it was all over. In a gut-wrenching moment of cricketing chaos, the dream evaporated, leaving a stadium in stunned silence and sparking a debate that would rage across the cricketing world. It all unfolded in the second over of the day's play. Facing the pacer Jadon Seals, Jaiswal, having added just 2 runs to his mammoth total, played a firm drive towards the fielder at mid-off. Instinct took over. He called for a quick single, a run that would have taken him a step closer to that magical 200. But at the other end, his captain, Shubman Gill, saw danger. Gill, rooted to his spot, raised his hand, denying the run. The message was sent, but in the split-second confusion, it was received too late. Jaiswal, already halfway down the pitch, had to slam on the brakes and desperately scramble back. It was a futile effort. Tagenreen Chanderpaul, swift and accurate, fired the ball to wicketkeeper Tevin Imlach, who whipped off the bails. The umpire's finger went up. Jaiswal was out. For 175. The long walk back to the pavilion was agonizing. A monumental innings, one that had completely demoralized the West Indies on day one, had ended not with a bowler's triumph, but with a communication breakdown. The question immediately began to circulate. Who was to blame? Was Jaiswal overeager? Was Gill too hesitant? Former cricketers and analysts flooded social media with their takes, dissecting the fatal hesitation frame by frame. For the rest of the day, as his captain took center stage, Jaiswal remained a silent figure in the dressing room. But after the day's play concluded, with the dust settled, he finally addressed the moment that broke a million hearts. When asked if he had moved past the controversial dismissal, Jaiswal's response was a masterclass in maturity and team spirit, completely shutting down any hint of drama. "Yeah, it's part of the game. It's fine," Jaiswal stated with a calm demeanor that belied his personal disappointment. No blame. No accusations. Just a simple, profound acceptance that has earned him as much praise as his brilliant batting. While Jaiswal handled his heartbreak with grace, his captain, Shubman Gill, responded to the on-field drama in the only way he knew how, with his bat. As if shouldering the weight of his partner's dismissal, Gill embarked on an innings that was not just about scoring runs, but about making a statement. He transformed a moment of potential team discord into a symphony of record-breaking dominance. With meticulous precision and breathtaking stroke play, Gill methodically dismantled the Caribbean attack. He reached his century, a knock of immense character and skill, and continued to build, finishing the day with a majestic, unbeaten 129 from 196 deliveries. His innings was a dazzling display, adorned with 16 perfectly timed boundaries and 2 powerful sixes. But this was far more than just a century. It was an assault on the history books. This tone marked his 10th in the history of the World Test Championship, WTC, a staggering achievement that catapulted him into the pantheon of modern-day greats. He now sits 5th on the all-time list, sharing an elite table with legends like England's Joe Root, 21, and Australian Titan Steve Smith, 13, Marnus Labuschagne, 11, and New Zealand's Kane Williamson, 11. In the process, Gill officially claimed the throne as India's most prolific centurion in the WTC, surpassing the previous record of 9 held by former captain Rohit Sharma in a symbolic passing of the torch. His run tally in the championship swelled to an impressive 28-26, making him the 10th highest run scorer in the competition's history. The records continued to tumble. This was Gill's 5th Test century in the 2025 calendar year as captain, a feat of incredible consistency and leadership under pressure. He becomes only the second Indian captain to achieve this, joining the legendary Virat Kohli, who accomplished the feat in 2017 and 2018. He also joined an exclusive club of Indian batting royalty, including Sachin Tendulkar, Sunil Gavaskar, and Rahul Dravid, to have scored 5 or more Test centuries in a single calendar year. Powered by the twin pillars of Jaiswal's early onslaught and Gill's historic response, Team India ultimately declared their innings at a mammoth 518 by 5, leaving the West Indies with a mountain to climb. The day will forever be remembered for its stark contrast: the crushing, sudden end to one man's dream, and the record-shattering, defiant rise of another.